Hello, this is not very flattering angle. My hair is a bit of a mess, but it's another working day in the life, and I've not filmed these in ages for reasons that I'm not gonna fully go into, but to say it, I guess, briefly, we've had quite a stressful time at the firm. And if you've been keeping up to date with the news of what's happening in Big Four, a lot of the firms are laying people off, and that's a very stressful process for everyone impacted. And impacted means that you could be selected, doesn't mean you're being made redundant necessarily, but you have to go through the whole consultation process and you're assessed. And then, depending on the criteria, some people stay and some people go. We're still very much in that process now. It's been quite a low time for a lot of us at my firm, I think, because inevitably there'll be a lot of friends and colleagues that will go. My department is one of those affected the most. We're basically the problem child. So you can imagine it's not really been the best time to talk about, oh, here's my working day and stuff. You know, in the spirit of keeping this channel quite honest, that's kind of the reason why it's been quieter and I've not edited in weeks. But today I feel like I have the energy to get back to it a little bit. We are currently at the point of it being 11 a.m. During the day, I've already had several calls today, and today is quite packed with meetings. And I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll show you what my work involves day to day. I'm also currently on the bench, which I've already been on previously if you've watched my channel before, but bench basically means that you're not on a client project and you're doing all the other stuff. So things like training, which I'm currently doing. I'm doing a curriculum in TMT. TMT is tech, media, and telecom. So that's the sector I really want to align to eventually. That's the one that resonates the most with me, the one I have experience in. So I'm doing a curriculum which basically has about 50 different modules to give you all the knowledge, not all the knowledge, but like some foundational knowledge in the industry that you need to work there, feel knowledgeable enough. And that's been very useful, and I'm really glad I have the time for it as well. It's nice to have it. Then I've also been on 2 bids in this time, also to do with TMT clients. I'm also helping out kind of as a drop-in on some projects. So someone asked me to cover note-taking in an interview they're doing for their project. Things like that can happen as well. And also side of desk stuff, which again, if you're new to the consulting jargon, side of desk is the stuff that you do on top of your client work. So client work takes priority. That's kind of your main job in consulting, is to work with clients and do projects. But then you'll also need to do internal initiatives such as events, community stuff. I'm part of a team that's putting on a big event at the moment. It's due to take place in a month's time, and it's a movie screening that we're doing for our TMT clients and also partner schools that we do some volunteering work with. We're kind of in the middle of a bit of a crisis on that end, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Basically, a ton of these things that pretty much can fill up your whole day, essentially, because I've never had calm bench time for long. I think I always take on there we go. I always take on a bunch of things when I've got the time. So today is that kind of day. And also, the main kind of point of today will be me speaking at our big all hands event. And all hands is basically just to say that the whole department gathers on the call or in a meeting, and if it's in person. Today is the human capital one for private sector, and me and my manager from one of the previous projects, we're doing a spotlight on the work we've done, and that was the culture project. Again, if you've been following this channel, if you're a returning OG, thank you for being here. If you're new, very much welcome. But yeah, the culture work that we've done and the values assessment we've done for a telecom client, we're going to speak about that and how basically we do culture work at my firm. So that'll be at 12. I've got a little bit of time left now to get in a good mental state. I'm gonna do my stretch because I find that I kind of feel and sound more confident once I've moved my body a little bit. And then also I'm gonna have a lot of ginger tea today, because even though I've mentioned this a little bit, I've not said much about it, but basically on the side of my 9 to 5, I do a lot of dance, and I'm part of a dance troupe, and we perform at events, weddings, and sometimes we get bigger projects as well. And at the moment, I'm background acting and dancing in a movie, which is very exciting. The last 2 days, so today's a Wednesday, on Monday and Tuesday, I took annual leave to basically be on set of the movie and work as an extra. So that's a random week I'm having, but very much a nice one. And it was very cold. It's currently October. I don't know when I'll have this video edited, hopefully still in October, but we are doing a scene where we need to be outside and it's really cold, so I really want to try and prevent anything making me fall ill. So I'm gonna try and stock up on ginger, do a lot of that. Anyway, we need to get on with things because time is running out. So I'm gonna do my stretch. I'm gonna put some makeup on to feel more presentable and feel more put together, like I have my life sorted. And then I'm gonna have some breakfast. I still haven't had any. Stretch is done and I already feel much better. So now I'm gonna grab a quick bite to eat, probably cereal, and make myself another coffee, the second one of the day. Copy the slides we're presenting with my manager into a separate deck, just in case anything goes wrong with the person's screen who's presenting the whole call, and just gonna refresh everything in my brain and get ready for speaking. It's in 20 minutes now, so I'm a bit nervous. I always get a bit nervous before presenting, but then I do also really enjoy it. So when I get a chance to, I kind of just say yes, and then I figure out how I'm actually gonna do it. If I can record a little snippet of me talking when it's non-confidential information I'm sharing, I'll try and do that. But yeah, for now, coffee and breakfast time. Change of plan to yogurt and berries and granola. And a ginger shot because, as I've said, I spent 2 days in the freezing cold, so I need to make sure I don't fall ill. And now, as always, the main part of the program is coffee. I love coffee. I need coffee. I'm addicted to coffee. And then successfully caffeinated, it was time to present at the all hands call. Here is a little snippet. So in terms of the survey, which was the main step, the way it works is kind of mimicking the Maslow hierarchy of needs. So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with that, and it goes from very basic needs all the way up to purpose. And the way Barrett's survey works is it applies that framework onto organizations and their culture. So it goes from viability all the way to contribution and living your purpose as an organization.
Culture, survey, transformation, values.
Right, so that's done now. I think it went well. It was really nice. I did some dancing before the call. I did some bunker moves just to get my heart rate up and kind of feel a bit better, because moving does add endorphins to your body. So I try and use that when I feel a bit nervous. But I really enjoyed presenting. Now I have a few things to do, and that includes the side of desk. So the event, the screening event that we're putting on, I need to do a lot of chasers across the firm so that people have sent invites to their clients and the clients have registered for the event so that we have their details. Then I have a catch up with my people lead. This person essentially does your performance reviews. They keep up to date with what you're doing, your well-being, stuff like that. And I also need to finish my training, which I don't know if I'll be able to do today. And I also need to pack for Edinburgh, because I'm going to Edinburgh straight after work today. Okay, Okay, I've done a few little bits now, and I have a catch up with my people lead, so I'm gonna jump into that call now. Catch up with people lead is done, and it was very helpful. Talked through a few things that I've done while being on the bench, and then also a few questions that I had regarding searching for a project. So that was really nice. Now I'm microwaving something for lunch because I have literally 5 minutes to have it before my next meeting. Now on to the next meeting, and I'm just waiting for the person to join the call. Right, it's getting dark now. Still going. I'm trying to sort the chasers for the invites for the event that I'm helping put on. That screening event that I told you about, and it's a lot of following up with people to make sure they've invited clients and that the clients have responded and that they have registered. So all of those chasers are happening between a small team of us. So I'm just doing mine now before I need to basically log off at 5 and make sure that I pack on time. So that's my plan, and I think I'm gonna wrap it up now because there's not much else is gonna happen before I need to pack and head off. But thanks for joining me for this day, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, suggestions for future videos, do leave them in the comments, and bye!